Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this. Wait, what was that? Huh? What are you doing? Hold on. Wait. Hey, I know about this.
What's good to Prophet Daniel, and it's good enough for me. Give me that old time.
Well, listen, I tell you what. If your bank accounts are drowning, you might need that old-time religion. Hey, listen. Perhaps religion is the only thing that you need now about this point.
And if it was good for old Abe Lincoln, it's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion.
Give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me.
Barrel President Eisenhower, good for President Eisenhower, good for President Eisenhower.
Well, he warned us about the military-industrial complex.
Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. It's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion.
Give me that old-time religion. That's right.
It's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough. Oh, it's good enough for
You and me. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, yes. Give me that old-time religion. Hey, listen, you know what? The religion for most people is money. And of course, as people have been upset, bank runs all over the place, top-ins. Yes, of course, you should be investing your top-ins in the bank. Well, because that's how you gain affluence and stature with credit. Fiduciary banking, which of course is nothing more than a money laundering scheme, no different than what the hell is going on in Ukraine at the moment. Anyways, broadcasting live here on this 18th day of March in the year 2023. It is 10:20. Once again, like I said, on the 18th day of March in the year 2023, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. Once again, you're listening to 90.1 FM. You can download the Live 365 app if you want to listen to us, if you're outside the listening broadcast area, so you can hear the theme songs. Well, no, listen, I got some things already planned for the next break. But we got to get to it first. No, we will get to it. No, but first, we need to talk about the banks, right? Well, that's what everybody wants to know about. Well, because, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. I'm in the money. I'm in the money. No, we're in the money. They're in the money. Because it surely is not your money. No, it's definitely not going to be anybody's money, because all they're doing is just laundering it and getting rid of it so that you can't have any more. No, what the reality is they're just setting everything up for digital currency. Yes, supposed to be starting in July. I believe that the Fed's digital currency plans that go live. Yeah, digital currency plans of the Fed go live in July. Yes, yep, it's all about the Benjamins. And those are digital Benjamins, ones that you cannot hold, because if you could hold them, then they really, it's just paper anyway. It doesn't really mean anything. So, people are asking what's going on here. What just happened? Friday, March 10th, the U.S. government's Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, took control of Silicon Valley Bank. It was the biggest banking collapse in America since Washington Mutual in 2008. The wheels started to come off 48 hours earlier when the bank took a multi-million-dollar loss, cashing out U.S. government bonds to raise money to pay depositors. It tried unsuccessfully to sell shares to shore up its finances that triggered the panic that led to its downfall. $1 billion was taken out, I believe, by Israel. Right? I believe you can check that. $1 billion was taken out by Israel. Listen, well, if hey, listen, I'm just asking a question. That's not anti-Semitic. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. Listen, all I'm just saying is I think that's what happened. You can double check me on that. The FDIC. Okay, so Sunday, March 12th. So that was Friday, March 10th. Then we have Sunday, March 12th. The FDIC shut down Signature Bank after a run on its deposits by customers who were spooked by the implosion of Silicon Valley Bank. Both banks had an unusually high ratio of uninsured deposits to fund their businesses. They were also invested in crypto. And also connected to a lot of tech startups and tech businesses, Etsy, Roku, just to name a few. Well, that wasn't made intentionally to rhyme, but I'm a poet and I know it. Wednesday, March 15th, after watching shares in Credit Suisse collapse as much as 30%, Swiss authorities announced a bank stop. Halt the money, give me back my money. Can't get back your money. They've stopped it. So Swiss authorities announced a bank stop for the country's second biggest bank. It calmed the immediate market panic, but the global player is not out of the woods yet. Investors and customers are worried that it doesn't have a credible plan to reverse long-time decline in business. Right. Oh, here's the next one. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Right? Well, no. Oh my gosh. No, yes, yeah. Well, we're still Thursday, March 16th. This is this past Thursday. First Republic Bank was teetering on the brink as customers withdrew their deposits in a bank meeting in Washington. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Jamie Dimon, the CEO of America's biggest bank, drew up plans for a private sector rescue. The result was an agreement, the group of American lenders, to deposit tens of billions of dollars of cash into First Republic to staunch the bleeding, to stop the bleeding, if you will. How much has the rescue cost? Nearly $200 billion so far in direct central bank support, guaranteeing all deposits at Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. All deposits. Now, beforehand, so this is very important. So beforehand, they would just insure up to 230,000. Right. Oh yeah, they would just do 230,000. No, 250,000. Right? So 250,000. However, they're deciding to cover all of it. They're covering all of it. There is $54 billion in the Swiss National Bank offered Credit Suisse in the form of an emergency loan. So now here they are lending the loans. The Fed has also agreed to record amounts of loans to other banks this week. Banks borrowed nearly $153 billion from the Fed in recent days, smashing the previous record of $112 billion set during the crisis in 2008. Smashing the previous record. Does anybody remember back what happened? Bernie Madoff and all of that jazz back in 2008. Banks also drew nearly $12 billion of loans from the Fed's new emergency lending program established at the start of the week. So the Fed starts a new emergency lending program at the beginning of this week, and $12 billion in loans has already been taken out. Trying to prevent more banks collapsing, more runs on the banks. It's the 1920s all over again. Here we are 100 years later. Listen, I was only a wee little puppet when all of that went down. Remember, so I've been reporting since Roswell. It was about 20 years or so before I was doing what I was doing at Roswell. So I was a young wee chap, a young little wee puppet. And of course, here we are 100 years later. It's all starting up all over again. $318 billion to the Fed is loaned in total of the finance system. It is about half of what was extended during the global financial crisis. Still a big number, said one investment official. The glass half empty view is that banks need a lot of money. The glass is half full Because the system is working as intended. The banking industry also has coughed up billions. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup are among the group of 11 lenders providing the $30 billion in cash infusion aimed at shortening up confidence in First Republic Bank. So here we have the big major banks, the too big to fail banks. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, they're among the 11 lenders, right? So they're among the 11 lenders who are lending money to the banks. Once again, they're too big to fail. So, right. Let's see here. Hold on just a moment. All right, let's see here. Hold on. Let me see. Wait, what? We still don't have anything going on. Right. Well, here we are, like I said. So, like I said, this is very complicated. Well, this is very, very complicated. So, well, you guys are telling me that there's bank failures and we have everything going down here. Not exactly sure what is happening all over the place. All I know is that, well, listen, we're not trying to tell anybody to run on the banks. We're not trying to tell it. No. I'm not telling you to go right now and just run to the bank and take all of your money out. No, listen, you need to invest your top-ends. You have to invest your top-ends. Well, because that's what's important. So anyway, so here we are. Listen, I'm trying to. Well, you guys are saying. Well, so like I said, here we are once again, broadcasting live here on this 18th day. This 18th day of March in the year 2023. There's been so much that's been happening all over the place. It is 10:30 here in the morning, and what? So there's a disruption. There's a secret message coming in at 11 o'clock, right at the top of the hour. Secret message coming in at 11 o'clock. Secret message coming in at 11 o'clock because the communications have been disrupted. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. Daredevil, Tiny Plastic, Mud Scuffer, Bullwinkle, DFS. There's a whole bunch of other people. Lone Dragon, New Soundwave. Everybody, I see all of you. But the question is, I guess, is do you see what's in your bank account? Because really, that's what matters right now. Does it feel good that you are bailing out other banks? How does it feel? How does it feel that your tax dollars are being laundered? No, and I don't want to hear about. Listen, I don't want to hear about this idea of, well, it's Trump's fault. Don't give me the garbage that is Trump's fault. Don't give me the garbage that is Biden's fault either. It's neither one of theirs fault. And if you think that a president actually has power, this goes back to the whole concept of the Game of Thrones. Familiar with the Game of Thrones? Right. So you know about the Game of Thrones. So the Game of Thrones is a very interesting thing. So yeah, the Game of Thrones. Well, yeah, everybody wants to talk about the families. Right, they want to talk about the families. The Lannisters, they want to talk about this. Right. Hold on. No, listen. No, listen, it's absolutely insane. No, it's absolutely insane. No, well, I can't. I'm not the one. Right. Well, like I said, Game of Thrones. Well, you talk about these families, and you want to talk about these families and how these families are operating. But it has nothing to do with the families. Because if you look at Game of Thrones and how it all goes down, when you look at the Game of Thrones and how it all goes down, it has nothing to do with the families. Like I said, watch Game of Thrones. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And of course, what I mean is that it's all about the Iron Bank. It's all about the iron bank. Because if you look at it, so if you look at it, well, yeah, well, like I said, see, you guys are trying to disrupt everything. If you look at it, that is all about the bending, that you want to bend the knee to the Lannisters, bend the knee to the Clintons, bend the knee to this person or that person. Listen, you don't need to bend the knee to anybody. The only thing you need to bend the knee to is the iron bank. And that really is the issue. So it's yeah. Well, no, it's true. It's true. Well, no, I'm trying to sit there and well, listen, I'm going over it right now. No, communications are disrupted. There are no phone calls. No phone calls. No phone calls at all this morning. So there is nothing that can be done about that. The hard lines have been cut. So, right? No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Well, it's crazy. No, it is. It's terrible. It's terrible. But listen, you don't need to worry about it because you know what you do and what this audience does. They invest into the two things that matter. Maybe three things. Let's say three things. The first thing that they invest in is cereal, right? So they invest in cereal first thing in the morning. And because they invest in cereal, the next thing they need to invest in is milk. Why do they invest in cereal? They invest in milk. Reason why they invest in cereal and they invest in milk is because it is Saturday morning. Now you're familiar with what happens on Saturday morning. You would go downstairs, you would grab your bowl of cereal, you would fill it up, Lucky Charms, Tricks, maybe Cheerios. Maybe you were a healthy kid. Hey, Kicks. Kicks. Yeah, moms love Kicks, right? No, not shoes. No, not shoes, but Kicks, Kix. Other, what is it? Frosted Mini Wheats, Fruit Loops, Honeycomb. Tell me what your favorite cereal is. Oh yes, absolutely, Fruit Loops. But it is interesting. Yeah. Well, listen. I know. Like I said, there's a couple of things you need to focus on Saturday morning. It is cereal, and it is milk, and what else? Cartoons. Cartoons is another thing. We got one other thing. Oh yes, toys. Listen, if you had an imagination growing up as a child, you would grab your action figures, you would grab your toys, and you would sit down in front of the television and you would eat your big bowl of cereal, your sugary cereal. It has to be sugary. Listen, don't tell me that you had Raisin Bran as a kid. Nobody wants to sit there and hear about your Raisin Bran stories as a child. No. Listen, that is ridiculous. No, what people do want to hear about, is they want to hear about your action figures. They want to hear about your toys. They also want to know that when you were sitting down in front of the television, as soon as you finished that bowl of cereal, what did you do? You grabbed your toys and you started playing with your toys, pretending that you were playing along with the cartoons that were playing, whether it be G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats. Didn't matter when it was. Lord Blanket's not even real. I see Hypercube down there. So okay, here's another one. Cartoon economics is what got us into this mess. Yeah, cartoon economics. Cereal, milk. Yeah, well, it's all about big cereal. It's about big milk, big cereal, toy, big cartoons, gold. Put your money where it counts. Hashtag progressive Amish. Josh Miller 79. Anyways, so no, that's good. Yeah, no, big cereal, big milk is to blame. Tricks are for kids. Tricks are for kids is what Mary Murr says. Right? No, but listen, if you were just sitting at home and you were just eating nothing but Nothing but uh, Raisin Bran or regular Cheerios. Listen, at least you would need to sit there and have Honey Nut Cheerios, right? In the 90s, it was Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, right? If you're going to do Cheerios, you're going to do that. I know, but no, but now I'm back on Big Breakfast. Big Breakfast. Well, Big Breakfast is huge. No, listen, we can get into dolphin sausage in a moment, but when it comes to that reminds me, and when it comes to the sea, we're talking about dolphin sausage here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid trailer came out. Over 3 million dislikes. People saying that it's racist. Did you see that? Little Mermaid trailer drops. People saying that it's racist. Right? That it's wrong, it's terrible. Oh, they showed Ursula. And then they're sitting there blaming people. They're blaming racism for people not liking it. 3 million people not liking The Little Mermaid and the trailer that was just released a few days ago. Right. And people are upset about that. Listen, I'm not upset about it. I'm perfectly fine with Ursula. I mean, isn't it Meryl Streep? I believe it's Meryl Streep. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But no, so I have no problems with The Little Mermaid. Oh, listen, Under the Sea? Under the Sea was another one. Part of That World. Fantastic songs. But listen, you guys want to talk about the D block. Okay, here it is. It is 10:40 here on the 18th day of March in the year 2023. Less than a week of its announcement, the trailer for the upcoming live-action remake of the 1989 animated classic The Little Mermaid has gained over 2 million dislikes on YouTube. I think it's 3 million now, making it the most disliked film trailer for any North American movie. So think about that for a moment. Disney, who makes incredible propaganda, cartoons. Right. Yeah, Werner von Braun, Nazis, yeah. Right? Yep, taking people's land in Orlando, all of that. No, listen, I tell you what, nothing better than the cartoon. Super 7 announcing the rescuers, right? Well, no, that's really what it's all about. It's about action figures and toys. Action figures and toys, cartoons, the rescuers from Super 7. What do you mean, Dick Tracy and Mezco? We'll talk about Dick Tracy and Mezco another time. No, but here we have people sitting there. They cannot stand it. The trailer currently has 16 million views. This is a long time ago. 755,000 likes, but almost 2 million dislikes. Many people thought that no film could surpass the 2016 Ghostbusters trailer, which sits at 1.6 million dislikes. But here we are. So the 2016 Ghostbusters film, which everybody cans. The Little Mermaid, the Little Mermaid gained more dislikes than that. No, it did. And you can't say, well, listen, these are facts. I'm sitting there bringing the facts and just telling you exactly what's going on. Just trying to prepare you for the reality. What's the reality? Well, the reality is that here we are. We're at the point in time where we thought we would never be. And that is the live action Little Mermaid trailer is worse than the Ghostbusters. But you know what? That's not going to stop us, because here we are. It's the 10 o'clock hour. What is this going on? What do you got going on? Okay. So, right. No, secret transmission, 11:15. 11 o'clock. Secret transmissions and feeds coming in at 11 o'clock. That's about 15 minutes. Not exactly sure what's happening. Some things that are happening, and I'll talk about this a little bit more. Politics and Pints on Wednesday. Politics and Pints on Wednesday, and GalaxyCon on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're not going to be here next week, but GalaxyCon next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Friday is the ribbon cutting ceremony. Of course, I will be there. I was there at the original cutting ceremony of GalaxyCon back in 2019. This will be my 5th GalaxyCon that I've covered. And all hail Lord Blankets. All hail Lord Blanket. Oh, no such thing as Lord Blanket. GalaxyCon. Lord Blanket. No, I see all this Lord Blanket stuff. I see Lord Blanket over here, Lord Blanket. No such thing as Lord Blanket. At Lord Blanket on Twitter. No such thing. I mean, there's a Lord Blanket Twitter. I don't want to hear that. Don't even get me started. And it's just a figment of all of you. Listen, see, that's what you get with toy collectors. Start talking about this Lord Blanket stuff. Saying that he's real. Right? Everybody has their own Lord Blanket story from when they were a child, of when they lost this action figure, or when this figure got broken, and this. It's almost like Lord Blanket's the Flex for toys. Maybe, Flex wants to sit there and take credit for everything, but Flex doesn't have anything to do with anything, and it's actually just Flex just being a mouthpiece for Lord Blanket. Is that what's going on? Anyways, here we are. 10:45 here on this 18th day of March in the year 2023. Listen, I tell you what, I'm going to get out of here because, listen, I like The Little Mermaid. I am a big fan of the D Block, and nothing is better than a big, fat D in your ear. Yeah, big fat D, big fat dolphin sausage. How about that? Yeah, nothing says dolphin sausage more than the D Block in your ear. Right. Yeah. Smothering and covering your biscuits inside and out. What do you mean? So instead of sausage gravy, you want dolphin sausage? Dolphin sausage gravy? Listen, you can't even swim with dolphins. It's federally illegal. You guys are just trolling me in the chat. I don't want to hear about that. Anyways, here we are. Download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE so you can listen to these songs I'm about to play on the radio. At Sam Newsman on Instagram. At Sam Newsman on Twitter. At Sam Newsman on YouTube. Sam Newsman on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, all over the place. Dolphins are the new chicken of the sea. Well, yeah, the M3 of the sea. Was it moist, mouth-watering meatness? What you guys are just trolling me. I don't want to hear about this. Anyways, dolphin sausage. You can't even swim with dolphins. No, you can't. Listen, you would get arrested you will get arrested if the Coast Guard sees you swimming around with dolphins. That's true. But there's one thing that you can do. You can download the Live 365 app, and you can hear the songs that I'm about to play only on the Live 365 app. And once again, you can follow me at Sam Newsman all over social media. And of course, I'll be back at the top of the hour where it seems there will be some secret messages that will be coming in. Once again, broadcasting live here from the WDCE studios at the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM, the only radio show dedicated to the magic of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real puppet, from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.